So, how do you change careers?
Okay. For most people, they're looking at, when they talk about a career change, they're looking at a complete pivot. So looking at getting involved in a new position, in a new industry. And a lot of people struggle with that because most of their contacts don't work anymore, and they don't know what to write on a resume. So to do that, we kind of have a two-step process. So if this is your current job, and then this is what you want. We'll call it a better job. When this is in a different industry, then we actually have two axes here. The first one is industry. The second one is position. Now, what I recommend to a lot of people, if this jump intimidates you, that's cool. Do one of these jumps first. So either jump industry in the same position. If you're a project manager, you want to get into music, project manage for music, and then get into what you want to do, which is music production. Alternatively, you could stay in your industry, but you could move to a similar position to what you want. Now again, most people typically find this difficult because they don't know where to start. So the first place to start with this, if you're intimidated, if you're not having a lot of luck, and if you don't have a well-developed network, because this will help you do that as well, is strategic volunteering. Now, this is different from going down to the soup kitchen and helping people. I'm all for that. That's really good for you. It's going to do good things for your life. But this is not that. Strategic volunteering is not altruistic. It's working on projects where you're not getting paid because you want the skill set and you want the network. So again, there's a big proviso here. I work with white-collar professionals. I work with project people, right? So if anybody tells you to do something for exposure, you typically don't want to work for them. I don't work with photographers. I don't work with makeup people. I'm sure in those industries this isn't such a good idea. But for the kind of work I do for professional work, this is great. What you want to do is find a project you're interested in. Find a skill set you're interested in. Spend a month researching it. You should be able to get the basics of YouTube and TED Talks and a bunch of the free educational resources out there. Stanford has some really good ones. That will give you the basics of a skill set, but you don't have any experience in applying it. So then take that skill set to a business and offer to apply it to them, for free. Two ways to do this that work really well. Either go with a blue chip business because everybody knows them. So if you happen to work near Coca-Cola and you can go in and do some free work for Coca-Cola on a little project, awesome, because that looks great in your resume. Alternatively, if you can't get one of those blue chip companies, go to a small company where you can be super hands-on and basically run a little project, applying that skill set that you want to have more experience in. And that way you're going to get lots of exposure inside the business, lots of good contacts inside the business, and really good experience doing that thing you thought you wanted to do to make sure that you actually like it. And as well as that, at the end, you've got something to add to your resume, and you've got a reference that can speak to how well you did that. Now again, because this is a side project, you're going to do it a day a week outside work hours, and small business owners are often cool with that because they could really use the help. Now you explain to them going in that this isn't charity. This is something you're doing for your career. It's a benefit to you, and it's going to give you the experience you need to jump into the job you want to do. And that helps you get from here to here.